will try, if I understood you well, but I think I have understood what you want to say, not what you have said. The bridge has a foundation system, then has a substructure system, which is the piers and abutments, then has bearings, on which sits the superstructure. Now, piles, if it is piles, they can be precast and then driven, or you can have, sit down, please take your seat. Or they can be bored and cast in situ. You bore the hole, put the reinforcement, put bentonite to make sure that the walls don't cave in, and then pour the concrete. And you can have driven cast in situ, but precast is a pile made separately, turned upside down, but in the meantime you hold it, you design, you make sure that the reinforcement and the grade of concrete and the section properties are such that it can withstand the handling and launching, whatever. Piers, there are some piers which can be totally precast and simply placed. Not others can be cast in situ. But the superstructure systems can be fully cast in situ, can be partly cast in situ, partly precast, or almost entirely precast. Precast means if the span is so much, you build this up by 19 segments or n number of segments, which are all precast elsewhere, so that you gain on the time of construction and on the quality control, because while you're doing the foundations and substructure, these fellows can be precast in the precasting yard and then brought in place. But accuracy has to be perfect, because you can't have a longer span than what you can provide on top. Quality control is far better because you do it in the yard, in the precasting yard under a roof, so the vagaries of the weather don't hurt you. But if you have to do it out in the open, then you are at the mercy of the elements. So that's where some places precast, some places casting. If I have made my point clear? Yes, sir.
Sir, myself Dinesh Arthur, final year civil engineering. I want to ask...
Final year civil engineering degree or master's?
Sir, BTech.
Good.
I want to ask a question. That innovation of airfoil in the design of the deck, airfoil...
Aerofoil.
Aerofoil structure is used in aeroplanes,
Exactly.
in the case of aeroplanes.
Exactly.
To produce the lift.
To produce the lift as well as to break the wind without causing eddies.
Yeah.
That's exactly the reason why we want to do the same thing in the cross-section of the suspension deck, which is subject to the heavy winds. So whether that moves and the wind cuts, or the wind moves and she is standing there and cuts, whichever way, the section is aerofoil. In case of water, it is hydrofoil.
Yeah.
It basically is something that cuts through without creating the eddies.
So the eddies are reduced, but the lift which is produced on the deck has to be counteracted by some force.
That will be it will be so designed that the lift is minimal because the cross-section has to be designed accordingly, but then the superstructures in certain cases are tied down by vertical prestress to counter the lift. Yes, sir. The ladies there were two of them who came very late.
Join me.
Come on. No, don't give us those very nice smiles. They're very good, but please ask a question. No, but you must ask, for God's sake. Even if you make a mistake, I have made more mistakes that you can think of. You make them so that something is clarified. Bolo. Sorry?
Vertical bridge. She wants a comment on vertical bridge.
Which vertical bridge?
कहीं पे vertical दिखा ना?
Oh, you mean the farm, vertical farms?
आगे आ जाओ, आगे आ जाओ।
थोड़ा आगे आके बोलो।
Come forward.
ये जोर से बोलो, पता नहीं वहाँ जब तक इनवाइट नहीं करता तब तक बोलना नहीं, क्या बात क्या है? इधर आइए, सामने बैठ के जोर से चिल्लाइए। You are capable, I know that. घर पे तो चिल्लाते होगे ना? हाँ, बोलो। You mean the vertical farm? हाँ. It is basically, it's an artistic impression saying that if we have limitations of space and what little space we have, the environmentalists may not allow us to unnecessarily go horizontal. So we'll create, along with the bridge, we have system of suspension which will be developed into a vertical farm so that you can, there are vertical farms even for flowers these days. The flowers are grown vertically along the wall from top down, all the way from 10th floor. So you can raise the flowers without having to dig the ground. The bridge is connecting two places, but the system of superstructure is such that You so devise the superstructure that you also have what I just said, the farm. Likewise, you have a bridge connecting A to B, but you also saw a series of multi-storied a series of floors on top. So that is in addition to joining the A and B. Bolo, bolo, yeah, which happens. You're letting me out so cheap, so easily. I thought you would kill me. Ah, bolo.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you.
Mining engineering.
Ji.
So I wanted to know that how you make this signature bridges earthquake and seismic proof.
Then first of all, there is nothing which is earthquake proof. It is earthquake resistant. Like a watch, it is never waterproof. They call it waterproof, they're fooling you. This is water resistant. Likewise, you create structures which are earthquake resistant up to the extent that you decide to design it for. Should there be an earthquake heavier than that, it is better that once in a while, 1 in 1,000 times, one bridge fell rather than design all the 1,000 bridges for that higher value. Now you said, how do you make it? What do you mean, how do you make it? The earthquake gives you additional, sorry, come.
What is the system involved in it for checking the...
Right, please have your seat.
Thank you, sir.
Earthquake is an agency earthquake is something that causes the flutter, that causes the mass to move, vibrate. So there is oscillation, there is amplitude. Now, whatever you decide to design it for, which is earthquake resistant to that level, not earthquake proof. You got my point? So as long as you have defined the magnitude of the acceleration, both horizontal and vertical, it is horizontal fellow is accompanied by almost 50% value in magnitude, vertically up and down, up or down. So once you have got the magnitude, you have got the additional overturning moments and additional up and down forces. You include them in the base pressure calculations and in the structural design when you do the section design for checking the stresses. It's only a question of deciding how much for. After this recent earthquake in Nepal, things have changed a lot. What used to be designed for 0.1 gravity is now 0.27 gravity. That's 0.17 extra on 0.1.
But you also need materials which can damp out these
You use-
as fast as possible.
Right, as fast as possible. I'll tell you two things on that. If you haven't, or if you have those materials, which I will talk in a minute about, this only goes to increase the section sizes and the base pressure, to control the base pressures and the section stresses. Second, you use dampeners. For instance, at Imperial College, the soil mechanics laboratory is on the 7th floor, top floor. And that is sitting on a series of springs, because they can't afford to be bothered by vibration of anything else, because their long-term experiments will go fat. So they rest them on neoprene bearings sitting on springs, so that whatever may happen elsewhere, she is not distracted. So dampeners plus the increased design sections. Bas? Ye bolo yaar, kuch to bolo. Yeah, you should be more people, please. Next time I will not. Because this, if you don't like it, throw me out of the window, I'll accept it. But if you like it, I want a full hall, because you won't get it in a book, for God's sake. It's an opportunity.
I'm sure next time when you come,
Hmm.
you
No, I'm not forcing it on you, but it's only for you fellows. I don't even have to come if you like. But if you're getting it, as I said again, it looks cheap when I say it second time. I charge a lot of fees for the same thing outside. Here, if you get it free, don't misunderstand, don't underestimate it. Yes, go ahead, shoot. Huh? Sorry, come again?
Final year civil engineering.
Achha, you speak with an air gap in between words, that'll be easier. Huh.
Sir, you told about one bridge which you told is analogous to Ladies Hill.
No, I didn't say that. I said the pier of that bridge designed by Calatrava, if you go and physically see it, we were there last year also, it's a full bridge. It's a pedestrian bridge, of course. It's all curves. And this pier that comes out of the superstructure and comes like this and goes to a very, very small, thin cross section, which directly sits through the bearing on the substructure. And what I said is that the pressure under a lady's heel Even if you took the average weight of the lady as 50 kilograms, and at the time she takes a step, entire load comes on one heel. If the diameter is 6 mm, see the pressure. And then see the pressure on an elephant's foot, taking the elephant to be 1,000 kilos.
So then how it is relieved that much stress, that amount of stress?
What do you mean relieved? You have to design it for that. If the lady walks across, either she will sink along with it, or else she will do that, and the ground will be stable. If she doesn't, she goes in. The bridge goes in. But the designer looks at the bearing capacity, decides the section, designs the section to withstand the pressure. One is the applied pressure, second is the capacity. Bearing capacity is from bottom, applied is from top. This has to be less than capacity.
Any more question? It's a great honor for me as Dean Resource and Alumni to welcome very visionary alumnus who graduated from this place in the year that I was born in.
You too.
I was born
Yeah, you too, because there is somebody else also born the same year.
in 1961. Yeah.
But he was older than me, you see, what can I do?
No, yes. And you have a great voice, you have great intellect to impress us. We knew that bridges are there to connect two places A and B, and that is how newer cultures also emerge. And today we have seen a journey whereby we find that how a monumental tourist spot-like places can be created when bridges are there. As we told in the beginning itself, that you are likely to have more interaction with us, and we would really be interested in coming across many such adventurous and interesting lectures in which possibly you would be talking about how do you instrument the bridges with probes, etc., so that you can find out where the physical anomalies that produce the faults that creep in, various types of failures that arise, and how does one look at the errors, that is discrepancies between the theoretically correct values and the actually obtained values in the failures, etc., do arise. Similarly, the possibilities of looking at the availabilities when we talk about the repairable situations of the bridges, when one tries and minimizes the mean time to repair, other possible characteristics. Bringing in safety and availability as a design motto, where we don't try to talk about functionalities, and when we instrument with the probes, there is a possibility of weighing the vehicles that are moving on the bridge on the nose itself, so that one can identify what is the type of stress, etc., that is being experienced by the bridge when it is in operation. So there are so many things that Professor Rana can talk about, and in this age he is a wonderful orator, has a great teacher-right language. So we all felt like students who are enjoying the journey that he was proposing to us. There are so many things that come under the analysis, something that we have studied in system sciences, like there could be perturbation theory that could be a great help in studying that when a small difficulty occurs in large structures and systems, how the entire behavior of the aggregate experiences changes in times to come. Similarly, the various Monte Carlo methods and randomized algorithms, etc., that may be of use in designing and modeling such large structures and bridges. We look forward to having more such lectures from you, Professor Rana. And I actually, when I was coming to this place, I was wondering how interesting it could be for me, because I don't come from civil engineering background, but let me tell you that I enjoyed it thoroughly. And I think that anybody who doesn't come from civil engineering similarly enjoyed it thoroughly, the whole lecture that we had. I would request now Honorable Professor Dhananjay Pandey to kindly felicitate Professor V.K. Rana on behalf of the Institute.
I didn't know that. It's great.
great opportunity. I enjoyed every word of it.
Thank
Although
you,
I came
thank you,
here.
thank you, thank you, thank you. वही तो मैं आपसे टेलीफोन पे
Sir,
कितनी
it-
बार कहा,
sir,
कितनी
sir,
बार
sir,
कहा.
I mean, sir, 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 okay, they want us to make it a photo. This is a token of,
This is.
this is,
Yes, why not?
this way.
This is superb.
It's going on video.
There. You told me now.
Yeah, yeah.
You should have told me earlier, I would have avoided the
Pakistan,
excuses.
at least the-
Pakistan.
it was the right time to go for it. Okay, thank you.
I won't go to Pakistan again.
देखो सैनिक सर
Thank you.
नेपाल वाला कल 10 बजे
क्या
यहीं पे 10 बजे नेपाल वाला जो आज का
आप ही
अनाउंस स्पीच कल 10 बजे है इसी जगह.
There will be another talk to be delivered by Professor Raina tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the same hall here on Nepal, as he said. It is already notified, but the place is this place only, at 10 a.m. tomorrow in this Gopal Tripathi auditorium itself. And head civil engineering may kindly ask, yes, the students to be around. Does he announce here or in the department?
Same place.
Okay, the same place will be there.
But what about the classes and all that? Some of
And let me tell that institute lecture under the institute lecture series is an honor bestowed on the person who delivers the lecture. And I would be very right in saying that in honoring Professor V.K. Raina, we have honored great alumnus of our institute who has brought glory to the institute and to the profession. Thank you very much for being here. I would record sincere thanks on behalf of the institute to Professor Ramji Agrawal, who is chairman of our Banaras Alumni Association. It is a new association in the city. Who has spare time to come. The students obviously who need it. ये मुझे बहुत बाद में समझ में आया. पहले हम लोग भी क्लास में उन विद्यार्थियों को डांटते थे जो बेचारे क्लास आए हैं कि बहुत कम लोग आए हैं.
and Sanjay.
जो नहीं आए वो तो आराम कर रहे हैं, तो उनको क्या डांटना जो बेचारे आए हैं. You are very good people that you have come. Those who could not come, ask them to come tomorrow, because we all have experienced that it is a great treat to listen to Professor Raina. So please convey this message to everybody so that everybody joins. I would request Professor Deven Kumar, Professor Deven Mohan, head of the Civil Engineering Department, to make necessary announcements for the purpose. Yeah, please do that.
You bunk your class. That you sometimes do, don't you? Yeah, but that's only civil engineering. I mean others also, because they're... And
So he can announce on behalf of the department.
anybody has, because Nepal earthquake and what has happened to... I'll give you an example. I'll show you how we restored 3 bridges. How we destroyed the active earth pressure to 0. In an abutment, main design criteria is the overturning effect on account of the backfill earth pressure. How that was zeroed down. Vagara, vagara. It's a lot. Tomorrow we'll see.
So undoubtedly, it was an experience, a rare experience. Thank you, sir, for all that. There was a notification according to the program, which was passed on to me by the members of the Institute Lecture Series, that today's lecture at 4:30 p.m. will focus on Nepal earthquake and related disaster mitigation measures and others. But this itself has been a great presentation, and